Hello everybody and welcome to Fresh Trends. So Mihlali has said there are two sides to every story. However, the other side provided by her boyfriend Leeroy paints a troubling picture. So this is what Mihlali posted on her Instagram stories. It's a quote from somewhere where it says there are two sides to every story. Then there is the narcissist version of events, which seems to have nothing to do with the original story. So this comes after Leeroy released a statement on Monday the 5th of August of 2024. He claimed that Mihlali attempted to stab him on August the 4th after reportedly trying to contact him with 78 missed calls. So here is what Leeroy said in a statement. I, Dumezweni Leeroy Sidambe, would like to address recent allegations that have surfaced on August the 4th of 2024 regarding gender-based violence against my partner Mihlali Ndamase. I've always upheld the value of respect, equality in our relationship and interactions. It is disheartening to see how quickly misinformation and manipulation can spread and how easily someone's character can be called into question without a understanding of the facts. As someone who has experienced the disturbing and hurtful impacts of these issues personally, I empathize deeply with victims of gender-based violence. So he then went down to explain exactly what happened on the 4th of August of 2024. He said, on the 4th of August 2024, Mihlali Ndamase attempted to contact me by placing a total of 78 calls, of which I did not attend to as I had fallen asleep. Mihlali then arrived at my residence and persistently requested that my son open for her so she could see me. Upon arriving, as my son recollects, she headed to the kitchen to equip herself with a knife in the attempt of stabbing me, as she allegedly was shown evidence of me being unfaithful. Mihlali Ndamase then came to my bedroom as I was asleep to confront me for being unfaithful and attempted to stab me, of which I then protected myself by pushing her away from me, resulting in her sustaining her injuries as she made contact with the wall. My son then came to my rescue after hearing me shouting and pleading for Mihlali not to kill me. With this being said, I would like to inform you all that Mihlali has a long history of physically assaulting me and damaging my property, especially when she's under the influence of substances I cannot name. It is important to note that there is a plethora of witnesses, my children and bystanders, who can attest to me not even laying a hand on her during or after any altercations, but always deflecting and defending myself accordingly. It is unfortunate that Mihlali Ndamase would use a platform to spread those harmful allegations to ploy against my public image in the attempt of being revengeful. I assure you all that I will continue to cooperate fully with any inquiries, especially from authorities, to clear my name and restore my reputation from this. Thank you for your understanding and for your support during this challenging time. When I saw this, when he says, with this being said, I would like to inform you all that Mihlali has a history of physically assaulting me and damaging my property. I remember somebody just mentioned it. Mihlali once beat up Musa, and I'm not saying she beat Leeroy up, but also 75 missed calls. I am saying here, when it comes to this type of violence, I feel like things have to be fair. If a man was beaten, steps they need to be taken the same way that if a woman was beaten. But other people, they went on to comment after seeing the missed calls, after seeing the statement from Leeroy, and after seeing as well what Mihlali said. They say she needs to come up with a statement, or else she really did leave those 77 missed calls. From what I'm getting from the statement, I feel like Leeroy did cheat, Mihlali was angry, and the 77 missed calls, I understand them, maybe the girl is angry, the guy doesn't really want to answer anything because she's got evidence and there's really nothing else that you can say. You can't defend yourself because the girl has caught you. And another person said she failed to tell her truth yesterday, posted and then deleted. Why? She should have stood in her truth. And what kind of maniac calls someone 75 times? That's psychopathic behavior. Leeroy dropped some receipts. Drop yours and we will decide. So far Mihlali hasn't said anything. The only thing that she got to show us was her face, the bruises, but no statement. And another one said, it's the fact that everyone is more traumatized by the missed calls, not the knife part. Mina, I want to know that name that has been completely scratched out in Daba Zabantu. everyone is like so shocked with the 78, 75 missed calls, because how can you call somebody 78 missed calls? I will not even be able to do 20. As soon as you don't answer my calls 20 times, I'm done. 75 missed calls. She really had time, or she was really hurt, because this is just too much. Those of us questioning the 75 missed calls, maybe he took something valuable from her and she needed it back, because it can be the only way this makes sense. Let's not forget that this is the same man that owed her money in the previous episode. And most people as well, they tried to involve Mary Jane in this whole thing, and they started saying when they think they took your man, but they took a problem, because there were reports to say that Leeroy was being abusive to his ex-wife Mary Jane. Ma'am, please explain how you got to 75 missed calls. Like, how you know it's okay to leave a man before you lose yourself, which I really feel like, I think right now it's the time for them to just walk away from each other. If it has come down to knives, pushing each other on walls, I really feel like it's time to just call it quits and separate, because definitely there are two sides to every story. There is always two sides to every story. The guy might have cheated, and being cheated on by your partner can really be incredibly painful and devastating at the same time. It's a devastating experience. And remember that maybe it has happened before and they were trying to move away from it, and it happens again, and that anger always comes back. The experience might lead to questions about self-worth and whether one was enough for their partner, often resulting in feelings of insecurity. Trust can also be taken away from such situations, making it difficult to engage in future relationships with the same level of openness. Walking away when a relationship doesn't serve you can be crucial steps towards claiming your personal well-being and happiness. If you find that relationship is constantly dragging and damaging your self-esteem, it may be time to really walk out. But in the end, walking away when a relationship doesn't serve you can be an act of courage. It opened the path of healthier connections and stronger sense of self, allowing you to move forward towards a happier and more fulfilling life. Hopefully both of them can get help. If they ever have to get back together again, I really think it's time for them to get help, and then they can have a better relationship, or just walk away from each other to just save themselves. That's how I feel. Please do leave your comments down below and let me know what you guys think. Until the next time, peace.